British were ruling Ireland, they got rid of Irish dancing. No having fun. Right? They invented a style of dancing so that if you looked in the window of the pub, it looked like everybody was standing still.
Just all legs?
Yeah, it was all legs. The British would go, hello, what's it? Oh, no, they're all just standing around. And meanwhile, their legs are going,
there's no point.
Money off of TikTok. Like,
I don't
you
know
have
what
to have
the
so
plan is.
many people watching.
You have to be gigantic. I mean, who is even doing that besides what? Our boy Matt Rife, and then who else?
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
He is a
He's
friend of the
king.
show. We love him here.
He's amazing.
Yeah, we're having him on. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Christoph's been trying.
I send him a lot of DMs.
I saw a tweet someone shared saying that Matt Rife looks like handsome Squidward. Did you see that?
He does look like handsome
That's
If
Squidward.
you look at handsome Squidward, you go.
No, he does.
Yeah, he's got the pronounced jawline.
It's like a
the sucked in cheeks, like that. Like he's always
Yeah.
eating something sexy and sour.
There we go.
Yeah, that's exactly who Matt Rife
All
looks
right.
like, dude. Dude, that's awesome.
Ian, are we all good? We're rolling. Oh, we're okay. All
hell
right.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Rough Week Podcast. Thank you for joining us. If you're new to the show, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell us how much you love it.
Yeah.
It to the weaklings. We
Shouts
love you. Shouts out.
We love you so much.
I'm here as always with my co-host, the man with the ruby red locks, the invincible incel himself. Give it up for Christoph Jean, everybody. And we got a special guest in the building, a wonderful man, a very funny man from the heart of Dublin. He's the host of the Colum Tyrrell podcast. You may have seen him on the Tonight Show. Give it up for Colum Tyrrell, everybody.
Hell
Hey,
yes.
everyone. How's it going? Thanks. I love your aggressively punching your own fist.
It's a very Italian intro.
Is that a thing? You're like, hey,
Yeah.
welcome to the show, boys.
He's very Italian with your gestures, dude.
Yeah. It's a lot of talking with your hands.
Yeah.
Aggressive.
Irish
Yeah.
guys aren't so much hand talkers, are you?
I don't think so. No, not traditionally. Not like Italians. Italians
No.
are nuts.
No,
Italians are
absolutely.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's a whole thing.
You're even violent in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Irish people are more like kind of hand in the pocket, kind of cold.
You're thinking
stoic.
of us when we're dancing. That's what you're thinking of.
You're
the
jigging.
Hands down and the legs going crazy.
Yeah, I feel like their hands are even in their pockets while you're doing the
Doing the
step.
thing. Yeah, I heard this, and I don't know if this is true, but I hope it is, that back in the day when the British were ruling Ireland,
Yeah.
they banned a lot of the cultural stuff. So they got rid of the Irish language and they got rid of Irish dancing.
Yeah.
Or they got rid of we weren't allowed to congregate and dance.
Yeah.
No having fun. Right? So apparently what they did was they invented a style of dancing so that if you looked in the window of the pub, it looked like everybody was standing still.
Just all legs.
Yeah, it was all legs. Going nuts. So the British would go, hello, what's it? Oh, no, they're all just standing around. And meanwhile, their legs are going,
That is the way an Irish dance looks. It's a lot of legs, a lot of
I
still
mean,
up.
they're even like this, aren't they? They have their arms
they're
crossed.
pretending to lean on the bar.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, but I hope it is. That would be very funny.
There's
I
a-
wish that was true.
There's a lot of Irish people in Buffalo, not like Irish, like Irish Americans, but the Irish step jig, whatever it's called, was huge growing up. Like all the girls would wear the little like curly hair.
Yeah.
Almost looks like Hasidic hair, like
Yeah.
that curly weird
yeah,
wig.
I
with the
guess,
buns.
it's an odd little tradition. Although it was rocked with a scandal recently in America.
What happened?
What happened?
Just people paying off the judges. It was
No.
it was a huge, yeah.
The jig was rigged, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
That's awful.
God, can you imagine caring that much about your kid's Irish step dance?
I guess there must be
greasing the palms of the judge.
There must be big money. I'd say they have bets on it and stuff like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
There's competitions. How do
Yeah.
they judge? I can't even. I'm not asking you, but
I guess the way you judge any art.
yeah,
So it's all opinion, I guess.
yeah.
I don't
You go.
know.
I like that guy more.
But the girls, yeah, they wear these huge big curly wigs.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen the wigs, dude.
No,
I've
the
never
wigs are insane, and they would like dress them up in makeup. It's a step down from like pageants.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a pageant element to
Okay.
it.
Yeah, the moms get crazy. Like the pilled out white moms get like real
Yeah.
too into the
Yeah.
competition.
I can
Yeah.
imagine.
That was a big thing.
That's got to be the worst thing in the world, just living vicariously through.
Yeah, and even as a kid, like the girls would be like bragging about they placed second in the regional Irish step.
Oh,
dance.
really?
I'm like, there's no future. There's no pros.
Yeah,
There's no NBA of Irish step
Yes.
dancing.
dude, that's got to be the worst dream imaginable.
It's mostly just one of those things where you just become a teacher, right? So
Yeah.
that's what you do. You teach it,
Right.
That's it. Yeah. I'm sure there are some professionals, I think, but they just could do like they do the Irish dancing circuit, you know.
They're not filling arenas.
No. I'm sure, because there's always Irish festivals. Everywhere you turn, there's an Irish festival.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's like the guys who can play like accordion. You know, they're going to every like beer stein, whatever the
Yeah.
hell
Yeah.
thing they can find.
It's like traveling circus adjacent.
Yeah. It's
You're like
it's
you're-
almost Renaissance fair-esque.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of
Yes.
the people, they show up, they start selling like medieval swords and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to one because sometimes they book comedy at these things, and they had like they had a log throwing competition,
Yeah.
which it's not a thing, I don't think. At all. I never heard of it.
Back in the old country, we
Nah, I
used to
think
throw logs around.
I think they might have made it in Braveheart or something, and then the Americans just took it on. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, of course, this is the tradition of log throwing. Of course.
The ancient log throwers of Dublin.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's such an American thing to take. To be like, they used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were tossing logs all over the place.
We love to do that.
Tossing logs all day.
We take a cultural festival and then make it something very bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Italian stuff too. I feel like they're like it's the rigatto. It's like no one says that.
Yeah, my girl and I went to Italy. It's just my whole family's Italian, and nobody there acts like any of my cousins or anybody.
No.
I know.
No.
I mean, no. Everybody, cousin of mine is like gelled up hair, obnoxious, yelling, and
Yeah.
like almost. We're from Buffalo. There's not that much of an accent. There is it, but it's not. They all go. I'm like, you don't sound like that. Like,
Just absolute
you're not
giddy
from
trash.
Staten Island, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, fucking. I'm like,
That's the culture they're appropriating is Staten Island.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Wop shit.
Well, like I feel like Italian people haven't been in America for that long, but they all came over to, like, to Ellis Island, which is like early 1900s. So
Right,
it's like
100
a
years
lot of
ago.
Italian guys in America are just acting like Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Like they're just there's no like rich culture.
Yeah,
of
it's all just Paulie D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wife beaters.
Yeah.
Bad tattoos and the fist pumping.
Yeah, for
Creepy
sure.
Jersey Shore shit.
No, you go to when you go
It's
to
still
Italy.
creepy though, huh?
Yeah, it's still
Italian,
creepy.
you never lost the
Yeah.
creepiness. The sleazy, greasy sleaziness.
Yes, and the violence.
Yeah.
They've imparted that.
You can't
Yeah.
get rid of it. Can't shake that.
Yeah, that's in your blood. That and talking like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tongue kissing your mother. All that type of stuff gets passed down.
Yeah, I do love
Yeah.
violence
Or
and
is-
incest.
Yeah,
Is
and
my-
kissing your
is-
mom on the
is-
lips.
Is kissing your mom on the lips the equivalent of log throwing? Like you go to Italy and they go, we don't do this. We don't do this. That was in a movie one time.
The Italian Americans, they make out with their mother.
And you're like, hey, Ma!
I love you, Ma.
Oh, get over here. Let me finger your mom. I love you.
We grab at the mother, then we hit it in the face.
Are they beating women in Italy? Is that a thing too? Are they smacking broads over there?
I don't think.
I'm sure that's an international
Yeah,
trend.
that's
Yeah.
more like
I'm sure that's every country. Right?
women are
Pretty
annoying
much.
everywhere. You know.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not New Zealand. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're big broads over there.
Are they?
Zealand.
The
Maoris.
the Maoris.
Tough.
You wouldn't want to fuck with a
They
Maori
are
woman.
fucking tough.
Really?
Yeah. They all
Only
look
the
like
men
Mark
have-
Hunt.
Oh,
yeah,
they're like
Mark
Samoans.
Hunt's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drinking
They're the
shoeies.
ones who do the.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
what's that called?
The caca.
Yes.
Yeah.
They banned that. You're not allowed to do that. They used to do it. They used to cut the neck and point at the person.
They banned that?
Yeah, they said it was unsports.
That's that is kind of a
But also,
huge-
the caca is not even really a thing. It became like a marketing thing. Like, so if you go back
Yeah.
to the 70s, back when they used to do the dance, it was kind of just like a, it was almost like they were praying. You know when you like,
It's like the Macarena.
you know when you half pray, you sort of go.
yeah.
Yeah.
They went.
You breeze
and then
through
slowly
something.
it got more and more.
Yeah.
Like into an actual. And you got to do it because Ireland played New Zealand in rugby and stuff like that. So you got to watch them before a game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, they all come out and they have a thing.
They're squatting.
I wonder if it's when you're playing against them, if it's actually intimidating, or if you're like, this looks so.
I think they
stupid.
got used to it. I think.
Yeah.
I think it can be.
Yeah,
But New Zealand always win too, so maybe it is a little bit.
yeah, they're pretty good at rugby, right?
They're great at rugby.
They're great.
The New
They sent a
Zealanders.
couple to the NFL, like one or two.
Did they?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of Samoans in the.
They're built like
NFL.
fullbacks.
Yeah.
The rugby players are built like fullbacks.
The
They're like
Pacific
beefier
Islanders.
running backs.
It's the only Asians that are going to be in the NFL. Are Pacific Islanders.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
They're
you don't
gonna
see
be
many
like-
South Korean
Oh yeah,
fucking wide receivers.
Xi Jinping in at halfback. That's never happening ever.
We had a guy named the Bills had a guy named like Ed Wang, and he was like a 300-pound offensive lineman that was like fully Chinese. He was terrible.
Really?
It was terrible. It was so bad,
Dude. Yeah, I've always thought about that. Like these sumo wrestler guys. Like, why aren't we importing these folks over?
I think you got to be more muscly. Those guys are just straight fat.
I don't know, dude.
No,
There's
they gotta have
there's
a
some
base.
big fuckers, dude. They're bulling around other 300-pounders. It looks like O-line drills.
Yeah.
They're strong, but like an American offensive lineman or defense, they're jacked guys.
I don't know,
They're
dude.
not just
I'm
balls
sure
and
they have the
mush.
same. I think they have the same amount of strength.
Yeah, I bet,
I think
dude.
you're underappreciating. The
Yeah.
art of sumo.
The art of sumo.
The art
I
of
think
sumo.
you are.
They're not just a bunch of fatties.
Yeah, just
Rubbing
Italian.
tummies.
I thought it was fat Chinese guys going around.
First of all, they're Japanese.
They probably don't even want to leave either. Those Samoans are like, not Samoans, the sumos are
Yeah.
like into
They're
that.
stars.
They are into that. Yeah, yeah. And they all live together.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And they train
sounds
their whole
awesome,
life.
dude.
Like ninjas, they train their whole life, and that's
Yeah.
all they want.
I wonder if you're like a hardcore like baseball dad, but for sumo, or you like fattening your kid up. Sure. Like, you need another portion.
You're just
Like,
at your rascal scooter.
you need to be
wheeling
more
up
obese.
to your son's sumo thing,
Yeah,
dude.
the diapers are odd though.
I mean, the diapers
Like
are
if
gross.
you hadn't seen,
Yeah.
and the ass hanging out.
if I pitched this as a new sport, like if this
No.
didn't exist, and I was like, hey. So we get a bunch of Asians and we stuff them full of fucking food like KFC chickens. We throw them into our factory and we force feed them.
Yeah, dude, it's like foie gras. You're just you're just tube feeding these Japanese guys.
They are similar to a
Exactly.
KFC chicken.
Of course.
They're roided up,
Yeah.
and they're
Absolutely.
stuffed full of food
Yeah, they're full
unnecessarily.
of antibiotics
Yeah.
and steroids, dude.
And they go and then they wrestle. And what's the rules? You got to push each other out of the ring.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. You just push them.
And what are they wearing? Some sort of like underwear type of thing? No.
Yeah, it's
It's a diaper made of a towel. Barely covers anything.
that's
I
the only
also-
thing you can grab. That's kind of like why they kind of have like the hip things that you can grab at, and then
Yeah.
they use that as like leverage. What is this guy doing?
Who is that, by the way?
That's not John Jones, is it? I don't have my glasses.
Martellus
I don't wanna be
Bennett.
racist.
He's,
All right,
he's
I
an
was
NFL
close.
player.
I
Oh,
was
is
just
he?
being racist. For
I
him.
love that the sumo guy's in the full like man thong with the towel, and the black dude's like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I'm wearing shorts for
Shit,
this
I'm not.
motherfucker.
I'm not going to show my ass like that.
Dude, I mean, this guy is ginormous. I mean, what do you
But the
expect?
technique,
600 pounds.
The technique is because I've seen people who properly know the sport break down the actual movements of it.
Yeah.
Because you think it's just a couple of fatties.
Yeah.
It looks like a couple of
It
I know.
does.
You
But
got
there's
Luke's ass watching it.
there's a
Look at
couple
these
of-
fucking
they have
fat fucks
they have a couple of moves.
grabbing each other in fucking diapers. It's ridiculous, these guys.
It is extremely gay.
I mean, it's no gayer than like college wrestling.
I guess you're right.
I mean, which is
No.
pretty gay.
These college wrestling, they're shredded.
Yeah,
at least
they're
hot.
jacked.
At least it's hot.
Yeah. And
so-
they kiss each other sometimes.
Yeah, this is more of a fetish sport.
I mean,
No, yeah.
Did you do you have like Olympic wrestling over there?
No,
no.
not at all.
Well, they
is there no team at all?
No, there's
No.
no wrestling in Ireland at all.
yeah.
I'm
Because
there might be something now because of MMA, but I don't think
Right.
so.
Yeah.
It was never traditional.
in America, there's a lot of like Olympic wrestling in high school and college and
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
then there's so much gay shit that they describe going on at these meets.
Well, like
They're
what?
obsessed with their weight.
They're obsessed with their weight. Yeah, dude. They're like, we're in the sauna, we're not eating today.
Okay. I was so bad yesterday.
Oh my god.
I had
I-
some Snickers when I got home. I was like, oh.
I'm
gonna have like a
so
glass of
fucking
water and a
fat for the
cracker.
meat.
Just gonna detox today.
Yeah, dude. But they're talking about like they call it oil checking. This is the thing at my high school. It's called
no.
checking each other's oil,
This is the
which is where you
finger?
put your finger up a guy's ass to like throw him off.
That's all.
Oh, mid wrestle.
Mid wrestle, you're grabbing it and then you fucking hook a finger up his ass.
That's
No,
fair.
that's not a bad
Yeah,
move.
and they, oh!
Good, yeah.
You catch him off guard.
Do you play soccer?
Yeah.
Were you good?
I was okay. Nothing special.
Finnerty was pretty good, right?
No. I'm sure he says
He's lauded himself.
Yeah, I'm sure
He told me he was like a semi-pro soccer player.
No, I don't think so.
What?
Have you met Sean Finnerty? Like,
I was surprised.
Look at him. does that guy look like he's whizzing around the field?
Well, not anymore. He's like a
He gets
35-year-old.
sunburnt in the rain. There's no way.
No, he's never had a tan in his life.
Yeah. I don't know. He looks like he needs a shell to protect him.
Yeah. It's like a turtle.
He does look like
Yeah.
he's a
He's a
lost
shellless
body of a
turtle.
turtle.
Yeah, the turtle got drunk and lost his shell.
Yeah. Oh, I lost my fucking shell.
No, I don't know. I'm sure he says that, but I don't think so.
You just bullshit me.
I don't think he was a good player, I can't assume it. Sean's never been good at anything. He's like my best friend, and he's horrible at everything he does. So I don't know how he would suddenly have some magical skills. Yeah, could have went pro. He might have been in Longford, which is like the Oklahoma of Ireland.
Yeah, that's what he said. He played for Longford Town. That's what he told me. Which was like some semi-pro soccer thing.
He might have played in the town of Longford.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
That's kind of, yeah, it must be like when you say like you started in high school football and then you find out like the high school had like 80 kids.
Yes.
And you're like, well, yeah.
I was starting QB
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere in Podunk, Iowa. I was the best college player or high school player.
Yeah. Big soccer. Everyone plays, soccer. We have our own Gaelic stuff. Gaelic is like...
With language?
The language, yeah, but then we have Gaelic football, which is like it's a type of sport.
It's different?
Yeah.
From regular soccer?
Yeah, it's like it's more like rugby nearly, Gaelic football. You kick it, you hold it with your hands, and then you kick it to each other.
Okay.
And there's a sport called hurling.
When I went to Ireland, they were doing the hurling championships.
Hurling's
it was
wild.
Cork versus Kilkenny.
Oh, incredible!
And
Did you go to it?
No, I was like 5, but I remember vividly. I remember vividly we were in the Cork section of town, and Kilkenny was better. And there was like, 200 guys in red jerseys because Cork was the red team. And then there was one Kilkenny guy, and they were really bullying him.
Really?
They were giving it to him hard. Even at like 5 years old.
Yeah,
like,
what is hurling?
Hurling's the best sport in the world, I think.
What is it?
It's just the problem is it's like
field hockey, right?
Yeah, except you can smack the ball. It's like a hard ball, like a baseball.
Okay.
And you can run with it on the hurley, like a stick. You can run with it.
Yeah.
You can run with it in your hand, but you're only allowed a few amount of steps. You got to like...
It's kind of like lacrosse?
Yeah, it's more like lacrosse.
You're balancing it on the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is it's so fast. It's not the best to watch because it's hard to follow the ball, and you got to be there live to really appreciate.
Yeah, Cork won, and they were up till were partying till like through the night till like 7 a.m. Like we could hear them from outside the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Win or lose or whatever, we're just staying up all night drinking.
Yeah.
Either way, you're mourning a loss or celebrating a victory.
Yeah, exactly. Drinking's just the best.
Yeah.
I remember I was with Finnerty in a dive bar, and I was like, what's like an Irish pub like? It was Whiskey Lou's. It's a dump in Orlando. And I was like, what's an Irish pub like? He's like, oh, dimly lit, little bar, kind of people are cool. And I was like, is it like this? And he goes, oh no, this place is an abomination.
That place is an abomination. To his credit,
no,
dude.
it's nothing like this.
Sean's funny. Sean told me a story once. He was bartending, and he was bartending. And there was a guy and a girl, and they're on a first date at the bar. The guy goes to the bathroom or something, and the girl turns around to him and says, "Hey, when he comes back, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Can you drop the check while I'm in the bathroom for me?" And then Sean was like, "Fine, yeah." So then it happens. The guy comes back. She goes to the bathroom. He comes over with the check and goes, "Hey, just so you know, I was talking to the girl, but she was in the bathroom. She said she hates when guys insist on paying for the bill."
Yeah.
So he's like, because she's a feminist. Just so you, word of advice, dude. And he was like, "Oh, thanks, man." So then when they came back, the girl came back and the check was still there, hadn't been paid, and the two of them were sitting there for like mad awkwardly going like, "Should we split this?" Or the girl didn't want to pay for it, obviously. So funny.
Yeah,
Jesus.
He just ruined this potential for love.
Yeah.
So great.
Why? Wait, so she wanted to pay for the bill?
No.
She wanted the guy to pay.
And
I
Finnerty
misinterpreted
convinced
that.
the guy that the girl's a big feminist.
Shit! I've had that totally backwards.
Yeah, he just made the whole thing up.
Dude, I thought you were saying she wanted the bill while he was in the bathroom.
She said, "Drop the bill to him while I'm in the bathroom."
Jesus.
Because I don't want to have to pay for the bill.
Oh my god.
So funny.
And then he went and
Okay.
her.
I'm slow.
Yeah, he was like bartending in Orlando. It's so funny, like walking around with him. Like he bartended there for so long. Like everybody on the street recognizes him because they're all like drunks.
Yeah.
Or people that work in bars.
Yeah.
So it's like you're walking around with this Irish guy, but these like rednecks are like, "It's Sean, Sean," and he's like, "Oh, good to see you, mate." Like,
Yeah.
in the middle of the deep south.
Yeah. Dude, that rules.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Jebediah there. It's my old pal. Cletus.
Yeah, I like an Irish pub. Irish pub is the best type of bar to me.
Yeah, me too.
It's fun.
It depends if it's real or if it's just like
Some fake one.
some fake, like they call it like McSilly's.
Oh, around
Come
here.
on down to McSilly's in Midtown.
Dude,
It's
fake
just
Irish bar
Some
in
Chinese
Midtown.
conglomerate just set up a bunch of
Yeah.
McSilly's.
There's a bunch of Chinese guy in bowler hats.
Every airport you show up, they just have like horrible music, diddly widdly music playing, and shamrocks all over the walls. And like, welcome down to McSilly's.
Yeah.
But we got shepherd's pie.
A bunch of Mexican guys making shepherd's pie.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to McSilly's. Yes, we got the Irish breakfast.
You want the guineas?
Oh, you want the
I don't know how to pour a guineas.
The special today is the cottage pie.
Yeah, but they advertise really Irish, and then you show up and it's horrible. The Guinness is bad, the food is bad, everything's just.
I feel like the Irish get a bad rap for food. How do you feel?
I think so. Also,
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I don't. Potatoes and lamb are amazing.
Yeah.
What is your problem with this?
It's I guess it's just a lax range. You know what I mean? Because
it's
all
like
just
3
roast.
dishes.
It's
Boiled
like,
dinner.
It's all just like meat and veg. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all a roast. It's great if Irish food is great if you get like trapped in a rainstorm.
Yeah.
So if you ever if your car breaks down in the middle of a thunderstorm,
Yeah.
and then you have to walk home for hours, in
You gotta
the
warm
rain,
your
and
belly.
You're soaked, and you get in, you're freezing, you've got hypothermia. That's when you want Irish.
That sounds so good.
Irish food's made for the worst day of your life.
It is designed for you to get home and your bones are wet because it's been raining so bad, and then you go, oh hell yeah, what's this? Some soup? Is this some flavorless soup? 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Fucking about to burn your lungs out of your ass. Yeah,
It's really like Irish is one of those cuisines. It's like poor people made this.
It's
There's
peasant
3
food.
ingredients. They're the cheapest. It's peas and
stew.
potatoes.
Yeah,
Stew, corned beef,
like a roast chicken with some mashed potatoes or roast potatoes, vegetables.
dude,
that's the best.
It's so good.
Gravy, like the Sunday roast is that.
Yeah.
Now outside of that, the food is pretty. It lacks.
It lacks, I guess, diversity.
That's
I
it.
could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
Hell
see.
yeah.
But hell yeah, let's fucking go,
Yo,
That's one of its best qualities about Ireland.
Yeah.
No fucking diversity there.
make food great again.
How much immigration is going on into Ireland?
I would say too much. I don't know. I'm sure. I know there's a lot of Ukrainians head over there now.
Oh yeah, why?
There's a bit of a thing going on.
Oh yeah,
And
There's a spat.
a lot of the Irish don't like it.
I can imagine.
They're all out protesting.
That's too foreign. For
Well, we have
them.
a huge homeless problem, and then
Really?
and now suddenly they're just like they're setting up all these new hotels and stuff for
Refugees.
You
Yeah.
know? So the locals don't like that.
Yeah.
But I would argue that they're pointing their hate towards the wrong people. It's actually all the fucking Jews. Which there's no Jews in Ireland. But
England has,
it would
like,
be
no
fun if there was only still Jews running the politics. Politics is dominated by
check in on Ireland here.
Yeah.
We're going to have to increase the margins on these potatoes.
We do have a Holocaust museum, oddly, for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, there's a little Jewish section of Ireland of Dublin called Portobello.
Yeah.
That's where all the Jews live. And there's
Italian name.
Portobello, yeah. I guess so.
Portobello?
Like the mushroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Portobello.
Yeah, that's very. I guess sounds like an Italian mushroom.
I don't know why the neighborhood's called that.
Yeah.
But is it
Portobello, beautiful port.
Holocaust museum, some Jews?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been in, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Doesn't it? There's not many Jewish people in Ireland. Like,
No.
there was like you would know them. I remember working. I swear, there was a girl called Jewish Katie. She went to a high school with some girls that I knew.
Yeah.
And they had like, I swear to God, there's a girl called Jewish Katie. And then years later, I was working at a toy shop. I can't say it. Toy.
Yeah.
And then there was a Jewish guy working there, and I was like, "Do you know Jewish Katie?" And he's like, "Yeah, we know Jewish Katie."
It's my daughter.
Yeah, well, they all went to
To the one school? Or
You
the
wanna-
one synagogue?
kind of, yeah. They all went to the same summer camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
They like to stay
Yeah.
together.
Funny how they do that.
Yeah, they love camp.
They love.
We all went to the same camp.
Yes.
We had a guy, a kid, a black kid, who's like one of the only black kids. So we called him Black Don.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And then we had another friend named Don. and we just decided to start calling him White Don.
Nice.
And then we got drunk and started calling Black Don White Don and White Don Black Don. And Black Don was like in his first year of college. I was still in high school, and his friends from wherever he was from, these black guys came to visit. They're like, "Yo, man, why are you friends calling you White Don?"
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, we all did that. Yeah, if there was a black guy, you'd call him like Black Adam. There was a guy in my school called Black Adam.
Nice.
That's a cool name now.
That's a
Black
superhero.
Adam.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, The Rock.
The Rock is Black Adam now.
I don't know if there was any other Adams. You know.
Well, Jewish Katie makes sense in Ireland. I feel like there's got to be a ton of Katies
Yeah,
running
yeah,
around.
yeah. And
You got to
Sean's.
separate that
There's
one.
Every Sean is a different Sean. Like it's like tall Sean,
Tall-
small Sean, redhead Sean,
Yeah.
whatever. Every Sean has a different thing.
Are you Infinity from the same town?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, he's a fucking redneck.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from like the sticks.
Yeah,
He's from the fucking woods.
he's just a wasteland. No, nothing going on out there.
Yeah?
yeah. It's really just it's flyover state. I
It's
guess.
sad.
Of Ireland. It's a drive-through town of
Okay.
Ireland. You know.
Okay, Langford. That's a shithole.
We can call it Langford.
What is it? What is it?
Langford is funny.
What is it?
It's Longford.
Longford. Sorry, I misheard.
Yeah.
Are they like is like a flyover town in Ireland like the flyover towns here are just like shitty towns off a highway that aren't really a town? It's like a highway with a couple
Just the,
Burger
the
Kings.
Midlands of Ireland is just a wasteland. Like it's just a bunch of villages. They all look the same.
Yeah.
They're all interchangeable.
It's super boring.
Yeah, I would say so.
Is
yeah.
it like strip mall? Is it just nothing?
No,
Is it
it's not like that, no.
not like America where it's just like
Just
there's
old
3
and-
chilies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they might have McDonald's. Yeah,
Yeah. They just got McDonald's.
They might have some globalization taking part.
Yeah, I'm curious.
America's really different with that. Like we're the only
Right.
place that has these like shopping strips.
Dude.
We're the only place that has like entire towns where you can't walk.
Yeah,
Where it's just entirely made for a car.
No. I mean, these are like highway rest stops of towns.
Yeah.
It's like shithole towns
Yeah,
in America.
That's
where
why
you-
Americans love to travel anywhere because it's like you're in a little place where you can walk around. There's
Yeah.
like 4 cities in America that are walkable.
America's got like some of the bleakest places.
Oh, my
when
God.
when you have to do a long drive and you go through some of these places, or you're just driving on like on a motorway, or highway, and you just like there's like a house on these highways. Like,
Yeah.
like I did it before during COVID. We drove down to like North Carolina or something. So you got to just drive through like Delaware and all these. Those are rough places.
Yeah.
where it's just like the house is falling apart. There's like 6 broken down cars in this like land.
Dude,
Just go
yeah.
straight onto the motorway. You can just it's poverty.
Yeah.
Rough.
Real Rust Belt shit.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yes.
And you
dude.
feel so bad about yourself because you're like, this is in America.
Yeah. It's right next to Manhattan. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm an hour out of Manhattan. This is what I'm fucking seeing in Delaware and shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We went to to Tampa, Florida. Me and Chase. We were like
Yeah.
filming when I used to do the YouTube stuff. We went to this town called Gibsonton outside of Tampa.
Okay.
And it was like town off a highway, nothing like rest stop type town. And then we were like, oh, this looks like a little neighborhood. So we drive in. It was all broken down trailer homes.
Yeah.
Like, but like they were like trailer homes. Like they couldn't even move them if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like it really got rid of the. It was like mobile
They had
homes.
no wheels.
Immobile mobile.
Yeah, they were immobile homes.
Yeah, they're it's like a trailer
Yeah.
park. All the fucking wheels are broken.
Yeah.
And it was just like smashed windows, burnt out cars, and then Confederate flags. Like they
Oh,
were
yeah.
still repping the
They
Confederacy.
love the Confederacy
Yeah,
down there.
and they were all just standing on the front porch of the little trailers, like staring at us while we drove through. Like they knew
It's freaky,
we were
dude.
Foreign, like we were not part of the neighborhood. They were like, "Why would anybody drive through?"
Yeah,
here?"
I mean,
They're
it's
just, like staring at us. in
It's
front of
real
Confederate
swamp
flags.
people shit. Like if you go on the west coast of Florida between like the Panhandle and Tampa in that area,
Yeah.
dude, it's gnarly. I had to take I-10 up to like gigs in Panama City, which in its own right is fucking freaky in certain spots, dude. And then I did a bar where it was like wood everywhere, like wood paneling everywhere. It was half liquor store,
Yeah.
and just the most toothless clientele you could possibly imagine. And I performed in front of the jukebox in a giant Confederate flag. And bro, that's where you just allude to Biden being stupid, and they're like, yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. It's
They
easy to
fucking love
rev
me.
those people up.
They get so hyped on you. You go like, Biden's fucking stupid. They're like, ah!
Yeah.
They loved me so much. Just
Confederate flag, like you see it sometimes up near Buffalo and places like that. Like when you go,
Yeah.
once you get out, like
really?
New York.
Oh,
State,
yeah.
Once you get the hill, like,
You guys
as
are
long as you're,
Yankees.
Yeah, in New York, but
lot
they're
of them
redneck
think-
towns in
they
upstate New
think
York.
of it more like
Yeah.
it's urban. It represents urban life. Is that
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Or rural.
Rural side.
Yeah.
Urban's.
Yeah,
See.
it's just like they couldn't find a Trump flag, so they put up
They put up the
Confederate
fucking
flag. Yeah.
Confederacy, dude.
Because a lot of them think of it like city versus whatever.
Yeah, you'll be in a town
yeah.
in upstate New York. It's like 44 degrees in June, and they're like rocking Confederate
That's
flags.
wild,
and fucking
dude. Just
the South
fake
will rise
rednecks.
again and stuff.
But don't like places like wasn't like Montana, like weren't they technically part of the Union, right? Which is
No,
the
they,
North? Like Montana was
I don't
the good
know.
guys.
I don't know.
I feel like they were just like so isolated they just sort of didn't bother to vote or something, right?
Well, there was a moment like after the Civil War where they were just alternating states, like slave state, non-slave state,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Or before the Civil War rather. While they're expanding out west, so I don't know. It was that was like Oklahoma was like, who knows what's it gonna be? Like
Yeah.
they would just like coin flip. So I don't know how many states were states during the Civil War. To be honest,
Yeah.
it wasn't 48.
No, I mean it was mostly the South. When I was out in Montana, I was just out there a couple months ago, and we were like in rural Montana going skiing and stuff. We were like driving through, and we spent like a night at this bar, and the guys at the bar were awesome, like fucking
Yeah.
whatever, oil workers or whatever, iron workers. And there was just a point where we got just drunk enough, and it went full QAnon. They were all like, "So it's Hillary Clinton." They're all like immediately like,
So she's fucking eating baby.
yeah. Like they
Yeah.
were so psyched that we were there, that we were from New York. They thought it was cool. They were very welcoming.
Yeah.
And then once they got comfortable enough, they were like, adrenochrome.
What is?
Deal with this
What's
stuff,
in
right?
it?
Did they ask you anything about New York? Like, did you ever see any celebrities in New York? Did you ever see
Yeah.
Donald Trump?
My favorite guy.
People always ask you that about New York. It's like, did you ever see any celebrities?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a celebrity in the 6 months I've been
I saw
here.
Pierce Brosnan once.
Nice.
And he started getting mobbed, so he had to run off down the road.
Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Interesting.
Yeah. This was a long time ago.
Okay,
This might have been
okay,
like
okay.
8 years ago.
Okay.
But still
Yeah.
not.
Even
Still
then, he still hasn't made.
He's not even
Bond
made
movie.
Mamma Mia too.
Yeah, so he's down the road, but I didn't notice him. We were both walking the same way, but he's beside me, and I only noticed whereas people coming that way kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, like so then to my right,
Yeah.
And he was
Pierce
there.
Brosnan.
and then someone came up to him and was like, "Hey, Pierce," and then he ran across a red light, and then people started like mobbing him,
Yeah.
and then someone was like, "Hey, Pierce," and he was like, "No," and he just
James Bond, I guess
he
it
ran
was
off down the road. Yeah, it was fun.
early 2000s. James Bond, like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Late 90s, dude. Live and Let Die. That
Yeah.
shit was hype.
That restaurant I worked at had a bunch of celebrities in there, and it was like fucking the Jonas Brothers and stuff.
Whoa,
They would just
that's sick as hell.
I worked the day shift, so nobody would be in there.
Who's
And
some
then, like,
famous people you served?
Post Malone,
Really?
Nick Jonas.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
Another
How-
Jonas.
he's
The
a
other
good one.
Jonas.
Oh,
The
that guy
other Jonas?
RuPaul.
Really?
Wow.
He was in there. The trans.
He's not trans. He's a fucking drag queen.
Isn't that?
transvestite.
I think
Trans-
transvestite means you dress up like a lady, so that's transvestite.
He was definitely a transvestite.
Was he
think they
dressed
got-
up like a lady when he was there?
He wasn't dressed like a guy.
I think they got-
he
no.
was like.
Well, I don't know. I just think of it as like a alien bald gay man. That's what I think of when
I think
of RuPaul.
transvestite is gone. I think that word is no longer.
Yeah, I don't think you're
used.
supposed to say it.
I don't think it's like offensive. I just think they're like, no. They got rid of the word transvestite. It's now
I'm trying
just
to know.
Is cross-dresser not cool?
I think that's cool. I think that's what I thought
It'd be
transvestite
wild.
meant.
It'd be fucking wild if you called someone a crossdresser and they're like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. I'm not a crossdresser.
I'm just a man who dresses like a lady. Okay, what the fuck are you? What transvestite? What are we googling here?
It's outdated and derogatory.
Oh, my bad.
And the term cross-dresser is used in a more
But it
appropriate.
can't look. This is the problem. You can't just say that. It's not like anyone ever used the word transvestite in a like offensive. It was like literally what they were called.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
call themselves.
Oh, it was because
transvestites.
it was called transvestic disorder.
Like, yeah, I know, but Eddie Izzard called himself a transvestite
Yeah.
forever.
That's what he was always saying, that he was gender fluid transvestite.
Yeah. And, I think they
Pronouns
moved
are-
on, but it's not like,
Yeah.
surely it's not an offensive term. Just because it's not the accurate term doesn't make it suddenly.
It's also like any
It doesn't dig some painful feelings within your.
any bigoted guy who was like trying to get under your skin back in the none of them were like, "Hey, you fucking
Yeah.
transvestite."
Transvestite?
They'd
Yeah.
call you like
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Was across the board.
Yeah.
Like it had a wide range of uses.
Right.
None of them were like, "You're a transvestite." Like
Yeah.
they would never use that many syllables.
Hate transvestite. Yeah.
Why would you make that distinction?
No, you would never use it.
I mean, it does seem like almost like a formal Klansman would say transvestite. You know? He'd
Yeah.
be like, the homosexuals and the transvestites
Transvestites.
and the damn aboriginals.
So, yeah, but like, here's the problem. If you're not, let's say you're just a guy who wants to wear women's clothes.
Yeah.
What
Let's
do you call them?
Let's throw that out there.
Yeah, let's say I want to wear some fucking sexy panties.
Little panties, dude.
Some nice little panties.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Hot pants.
Yeah.
And a bra.
What? I mean,
bra.
I don't know. I mean,
Sumo
What do I
wrestler?
get called then? A cross-dresser? Or is that bad? Is that not allowed?
queer?
Is it?
That sounds
Queer.
just as bad as transvestite.
Yeah, they now queer is like as cool as you could be.
Yeah.
Queer was like
They did it-
queer was like soft.
Yes.
It was like light. It was like that.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
But now it's like queer is like you're progressive if you say it.
well,
like, that
yeah,
guy's
and
queer.
you can label I'm in a queer relationship.
I
It's
always
like,
thought queer. Yeah, also queer was just like a little weird, wasn't it? Just a little.
yeah, a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little queer.
Yeah. Did you guys play Smear the Queer in Ireland?
God, what horrible. No, I don't even want to know what that was. That sounds like a. This sounds like one of your high school frat things where you're
Us
like,
in the lacrosse
no, it
team,
was
you used to
fun.
play Smear the Queer.
yeah.
That's what what's his name played?
Just
Mitt
traumatized.
Romney. But the Smear the Queer is where you have like a ball, and then it's basically like you have a football, and then you run around. You try not to get tackled, and then when you get tackled, you throw the ball up in the air, and then someone else runs and grabs it.
Yeah.
We used to call it Smear the Queer.
Interesting.
We used to call it just like Keep Away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep Away, Smear the Queer.
I knew one of you had it depending on.
Yeah.
You could
Potato,
use, you could
potato.
use both words.
Yeah. God hates you. We used to call it.
Romney like held down a guy and cut his hair.
Yeah, that was this weird thing. He
Romney
held
was
down
like-
a gay guy and cut his hair off.
People cut each other's hairs, right? That's what they used to do. Used to shave the traitors. Remember the French women that fucked the Nazis? They got.
Oh, I
they
didn't
got
know
their head
that.
shaved too.
Yeah.
Those dirty hoods.
That's ironic because Hasidic Jewish women do that.
What?
They
Fuck
shave
Nazis?
their head. That would be a wild night for a Hasidic Jew.
Be hot as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're a
goodness.
pent up Hasidic Jew. You bang a Nazi.
Gustav,
You know
stop.
someone's pitched that, right? Like
As a
love
porn?
story, a love story between a Nazi and a Jewish lady. And it's
That's
like
gotta be a thing.
Yeah, it's like
What
a
would you call
Romeo
that?
and Juliet kind of a scenario.
I'm trying to think of a good name for that. Love will set you free.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not bad actually.
Like Auschwitz.
I get it.
Yeah.
I know. You think I don't know anything about Auschwitz?
You don't think I know what the sign said at Auschwitz?
Yeah, I went to Auschwitz actually.
Yeah, how was it?
Fun. Fun day, yeah.
Light?
Actually, it is a good day out.
blast.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know. If fun's obviously not the right word, but it is a good day. Like of all the tourism I've ever done, it's
pretty
Is like
interesting.
it's a pretty damn good day out.
Is
There's
there
no,
any like?
It's not as sad as the Americans would make it.
Do they tourist it up? Like, is there like a
No.
bar or a gift shop or anything?
There is a gift shop, and
Yeah.
I did get some.
What'd you get?
Postcards.
Little skinny
Okay.
action figures.
Little postcards from Auschwitz. It's
Yeah.
literally just the door of Auschwitz, and then I wrote like "Wish you were here," and I mailed it.
Send it to your ex-girlfriend.
Well,
Wishing you nothing but the worst from
Missing you
Auschwitz.
so much.
yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
You gassed me up.
Zyklon be mine.
Neo-Nazis are so funny in America because it's like every one of them you see, like Hitler would have hated you.
Yeah.
It's always like a bald, like
It's a-
toothless redneck, like, we're
Yeah.
gonna keep the race pure. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you would have been the first to get gassed.
You're not a blue-eyed Aryan angel. You're just this like
Yeah.
redneck podunk moron.
Hitler would have loved Matt Rife.
Yes, dude.
That would have been Hitler's
Yes.
go-to comic.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he would have.
Shout out Rife. We love
I love watching his
The
clips
rifle,
online.
dude. Shout out to the rifle, dude.
He's a beautiful man.
I
Rife wits, dude.
love the way he asks them how long they've been dating.
I was wondering how long they'd been dating as well.
Are you two fucking or not?
The rifle. I like that. He should call himself the
Third
rifle.
Reich.
Third
Oh, dude. Third Reich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on.
South will Rife
We
again.
love Rife.
Dude, we love him.
We
Yeah,
end
he's
up,
probably too big now, is he?
No, he's way too big.
He's probably too big to
Yeah,
come in
No,
here.
he won't answer any of my DMs.
Motherfucker.
I know. I'm
he's
slamming him now.
ghosting Christoph like
Once a
every
week,
other
I'm
week.
hitting him. But dude, anytime you're in New York, let me know, dude.
Yeah, a
I'll
lot,
have you on the
of people
pod.
buy tickets to my shows mistaking me for Matt Rife. And then they show up and they go, "You're not Matt Rife." And I go, "It happens all the time."
You're just as sexy, but
I would
You're
love
not
to see
Matt Rife.
you and Matt Rife both sell out a show and then switch crowds.
That'd be fun.
Like you do his, he does yours. I mean, that'd be incredible.
I don't know if I could handle his fucking brain dead fucking friend. No, like no offense. They're all young women, the dumbest creatures alive. I'd rather go to like a fucking. I'd rather go to the zoo and perform for the birds. That's crazy.
Oh, they'd fucking lose their minds.
Yeah, but like as far as I know,
Yeah.
he'll have because they're all young women, drunk as fuck, just
Yeah.
heckling throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
They have no.
They want to be in a
concept
clip,
of-
dude.
They're just screaming, and he's just like, "Shut up, shut
Dude,
up."
I mean, that's
Yeah.
tough. 30
He's got the
minutes of his hour have to be like,
It's,
ladies,
the whole thing is just him telling people to shut up.
just be quiet, please.
You'll see all, yeah,
He's got so many clips where it'll be a woman being like, take your shirt off.
and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he goes, "Why don't you kill yourself?"
And they're like,
But he does it like in a black accent. So
Yeah.
go.
you got to kill yourself,
Man.
boo.
Yeah, yeah.
It's time to end it.
Grab that little gun
Yeah.
on your nightstand and pull that motherfucking trigger.
Man, if I was you, I'd put that head right in the oven.
Yeah,
Dude, he's like True Detective season 1. If I was you, I'd kill myself.
and those girls get together and then they amp each other up. That energy. Of
Oh,
the
my
girls,
God.
They're Sauvignon Blanc out of
Yeah.
their brain.
Yeah, dude, they're
Yeah.
fucking
They are
Pinot
just-
greased out,
And
dude.
they're screaming.
Yes, they're Chardonnay whores.
I've done a couple of shows with you recently where it's like both of us. I felt it on stage, and then I'll watch the same thing with you. It's like there's 6 guys in the crowd, they're dying laughing, and then there's 30 women, and most of them are appalled.
They're recoiling, yeah.
Like it's like
I just black it out. I just don't even.
Don't acknowledge their existence.
They're empty
That's-
chairs to me, dude.
Yeah,
They're
that's the
empty
way to
chairs.
do it, dude.
it's such a stark difference though when there's like a group of frat dudes who are like just you call them
Yeah.
gay and they go nuts.
Yeah.
And then it's like a woman who wants to hear basically nothing I
Yes,
have to
dude.
say,
Yeah. I
and they're
don't know.
sitting next to each other.
Yeah, especially the little rooms that we do too. If you're in that small awkward space and then you go and do a joke that's
Yeah.
you're not supposed to laugh at.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
won't because you can see
You could
them.
see
They
them
go,
snickering and
Yeah.
like
Because
doing
it's
this.
embarrassing, that's why.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know it is embarrassing. If you guys have a kid, are you going to circumcise him?
Yeah,
A boy.
I want him circumcised.
You want him circumcised?
For sure.
What about you, Colin?
I don't know. I'll let him decide.
Let him decide.
Let him decide.
He
when
decides to get circumcised
Yeah.
at 17.
You
Why
both.
not? Loads of I know. A lot of I know a couple of guys who had to get circumcised because
Oh, really? Because they got an
sometimes you have
infection.
yeah, or
Yeah.
or you can be born with an extra long foreskin,
Nice.
and what happens is like it's it's like a sock that keeps rolling off your foot or something. It's like it's too.
It's too tight on your hole,
So even when I don't know, it's just long. It's just like a long sleeve going down over your arm.
so you piss on it.
You kind of do piss on it, yeah, but it's like it will still come out. So then, even if you pulled it back, what happens is I think it crusts over.
Oh!
It naturally grows like that. So then, eventually, you got
Yeah,
it.
this is not an American problem.
No,
No, it's not. We're all
long sleeve
Everybody's circumcised here.
Every uncircumcised guy that I meet who's like, if you meet like a European dude, they're like, yeah, no, I'm not circumcised. Guys, you're always like, dude, like your dick's so much more sensitive. It's like
Yeah,
sex is like
that's
2
what I
times
want.
better.
Dude.
I don't
I'm
know.
anti-circumcision all across the board.
I don't want my son to like sex that much. Like I don't want him to have.
I don't know. I see-
uncut sex. Like I want him to have cut sex. So he focuses. He hits the books.
I
he's
hear that.
focused.
No, here's the thing: is you're gonna last longer with a circumcised penis.
Yeah.
because it's like it's calloused.
Yeah.
Your dick is calloused.
I know.
Rubbing against your jeans all day.
That's not right.
I can't
And
imagine.
strangers on the train. You have a calloused dick.
Dude,
Jack
I'm already not lasting that long. I can't imagine if I was uncut.
Apparently, I don't
It'd be
know.
a nightmare
I don't know.
in there.
But I've heard from sluts that it varies. I think it does vary.
Are you a fast nut?
Fast enough? I'm not hanging around.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm snipped and I can't come.
I'm not hanging around.
No, I'm just like I'm not.
I know the neighborhood,
Sometimes
but I'm
people
not
talk
living.
About, people talk about an hour, and it's crazy.
No, that's ridiculous.
For
Maybe
one cum,
maybe if it's like it's a supermodel one night stand, brand new, and then you're going into the later
Yeah.
rounds. But like,
Dude,
yeah,
I think past
with my
5
girl, I'm going steady with. Nah, she's
Yeah.
getting one a week. Very calculated. We're not trying nothing. we've done
You're
some
on
meat
your
and
back.
potatoes 2 minutes.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. Well, let's watch Succession. Let's get this out and watch Logan and Roy.
Dude, Chinese Whispers is amazing.
Chinese Whispers is awesome.
My girl's she's a Latina woman, and she says when she talks about she doesn't say eavesdropping, she says ear hustling,
Ooh.
and she was
That's
shocked that I didn't know about
That
it.
sounds very
She
like
goes, ear
solo.
hustling. Yeah, it is. She's,
We was like ear hustling, bro. With ear hustling them guys.
she goes, I was ear hustling.
My essay.
Essay, we was ear hustling, bro. I was trying to listen and I thought, bro, something else.
I was like,
where
you're
are you from?
hustling
San
him, and I
Diego, man,
couldn't-
born and bred.
I couldn't hear nothing.
That'd be great if your girlfriend did talk like that.
Do you guys have Indian summer?
Yeah,
What's that? Is that when you have a flash of summer before the summer?
I think something like that. Yeah,
It's like Indian giver,
Unseasonably
right?
More dry
warm,
weather
yeah.
that sometimes occurs in autumn, temperate areas of the northern hemisphere.
yeah.
But
Indian summers.
that has to be kind of from the same Indian giver thing, right?
Well, Indian giver is like it's that old Louis bit, but it's
Yeah.
like a stupid thing of you give someone something and then you have to take it back, but it's like we didn't give them the land in the first place. We totally just dude. That's okay. This was what I'll
They,
say.
oh, yeah, you're Indian. They go, we're not Indian.
Here,
you're
I'm-
Indian
Yeah, it's a
forever
great
and ever.
yeah.
Ah, you're an Indian.
Ah, you're Indian. There is a thing that I think people do overlook about disease with people coming over here. We didn't murder all of the Native Americans.
No.
No.
Only half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't they
Something
say...
to consider.
I don't know if you ever saw that thing on Rogan where about the when they it must have been like 1500s or 1600s, and they went down the Amazon and they had these huge, like millions of people, cities.
Yeah.
And some guy went through the 1600s and he wrote all about them. They had like very complicated working civilized cities, the same size of like London at the time.
Yeah.
And then by the time anyone came back 200 years later, it was all gone. It was just the Amazon jungle.
Yeah.
And what happened was they think the whiteys showed up, common cold,
Yep.
wiped out all of like South America, millions
Yeah.
of people.
Like TB
then
and shit.
The Amazon jungle is actually like a man-made garden that grew out of control.
Really?
That was all land.
Is that true?
That's apparently there was a guy on Rogan talking about it.
Yeah, who fucking
She's
knows?
gotta be.
it?
He has a British accent though. So what they did was they have these infrared technology now where they ran across the Amazon
Yeah.
and they were able to find all of these like segregation. So what they did was when they went back in the 1800s and there was no one there, they thought the original guys were just lying. But now they realized that there's like infrared.
Oh,
there's
okay.
Giant cities that.
Wow, that's amazing.
But do you ever even seen Peru? One of those pyramids was they thought it was a mountain for
What,
the early
in
1900s.
Machu Picchu?
One of them was because it was overgrown.
Oh.
They thought it was like a hill, and then someone realized, and then they dug into it.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah.
tariff things.
So I think all mountauntains are actually pyramids. That are
Nice.
strong.
Nice,
There is
dude.
that's how I'm getting into my
Nice, dude.
tinfoil hat. That there's no such thing as mountains. They're all just man-made.
They're all just man-made.
Mexicans made the mountain.
Mexicans made Everest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a lot of Mexicans to stack up to the top of Everest.
Yeah.
That would take a while. Yeah, man-made the Amazon. That's crazy. So it started as they literally think it was a garden at first.
They think it was like, it was more like, it was like organized vegetation and things like that. And then it's just, when everyone died,
Right.
it's grown out of control and
Right.
turned into this giant jungle.
It's like if you look
That's
at like
crazy.
what cities will be like past humans, it's always like overgrown with like tons of ivy and shit.
That's the problem with The Last of Us. It's not good enough. It's not
overgrown enough?
It's not overgrown enough. All the roads are fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
It should be completely just
fucking ruined.
Yeah, and it should
How
be
many
wild animals
years-
everywhere.
Yeah.
How many years after the end of Most Humans is The Last of Us set?
10, right?
I don't know.
It's 20 years later.
That's only 5 years.
It's 20 years.
It's outside of Boston, right?
Oh, it's
Set?
20 years. Yeah.
It's 20
yeah.
years later.
Yeah.
It's 20 years.
It's in
since
Boston.
Yeah, things would look crazy in 20 years.
It would be 4 months.
Yeah.
The roads are overrun. Also, there's animals that they don't eat, which is wild. In that show, I don't know if you saw the show, but like
No.
at one point they come across like giraffes.
Oh yeah.
Giraffes have escaped the Jew. The
Jews? Hey,
Hey, Freudian slip there.
No. I said what I said. They escaped the zoos and now they're just like living wild in a random football stadium.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's loads of them.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around and I go, yeah, they'd be dead.
They definitely eat the giraffes.
Surely people are starving to death.
I definitely
And
eat
this
the
thing's got
giraffe.
like 400 pounds of meat on
That's
it.
like the best
Yeah.
steak you've ever had in your life.
It's probably so
would you
good.
The biggest ever Flintstone
Dude, I
style
can't
steak.
imagine
You just
giraffe
leave
tasting.
them on the bleachers like you don't
It was
touch
what? It's insane. It doesn't make any sense.
Whoa, this says giraffe meat is extremely tender and sweeter than most meat.
It sounds great.
Absolutely.
Oh, there isn't much when it comes down to cooking it. How is that possible? Am I an idiot? How is that possible?
I don't know.
That looks pretty good.
I would eat it.
Zebra steaks.
Zebra steaks.
We used to go get our Christmas trees at this place, and the guy was like a rich guy who owned the Christmas tree farm, and he would go to Africa on these rich guy hunting trips and kill like big game.
Yeah.
And then there was like a cabin where you could warm up because it's Buffalo, it's cold, and get a little hot cocoa. But it was creepy because it was like giraffe, elephant, zebra, all over the heads,
Mounted heads.
Yeah,
Wow.
like what you do with like a moose head,
Yeah.
but with these like beautiful endangered species that he must have paid like $50,000 to go to the Sahara to kill.
It's the last rhino.
I do, but when you think about it logically, like the difference between killing a cow and like a giraffe really shouldn't matter. That just means you find the giraffe sexier than a cow. So you're like, I can't kill that. I can kill the ugly things.
Giraffes aren't endangered, right? They have no
idea.
Extinction. I've never heard of
Goofy
the giraffes.
horses.
Yeah, no.
They seem too pretty to not be endangered.
Can they race? Can they race giraffes?
I hope so.
Is that like something I have in my brain about
No,
giraffe
that might
racing?
have been a cartoon, but
I hope it's real. Just a couple of Saudis.
they would
Dude,
love that.
it would just end up looking like the WNBA. Just fucking awkward, lanky legs.
I mean, I guess they're just all leg is like the reality. They're all neck and leg. There's not much body on them.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have been eaten.
Yeah, it's weird we don't eat them.
It's the lack of giraffes being eaten.
Do they get
is
made
shocking.
into coats a lot? You got to think.
They have
like,
gorgeous fur.
There is a guy racing one there, is there? If you go up?
giraffe race.
Maybe that. Oh no! That,
I mean, there was that
that's
movie
just a cartoon.
That is a cartoon, dude.
Damn it! You know what?
The pigs on one.
I made this up. I made it
Dude,
up.
there was that movie with Frankie Muniz where he racing stripes.
What was he racing?
He was a zebra. He was on a zebra.
Oh wow!
That was like the big thing. Was like, he was on a zebra instead of a horse, and that was like the big story. And the zebra had a whole thing where he's like, "I'm not a real racer." And they're like, "You can be anything you want to be, even if you are black and white."
Well, hardcore animal rights people are usually just women without kids.
Yeah,
That's fair. Yeah.
there's a very
Like,
strong
it's-
crossover.
Yeah, it's
There's-
like if you're that obsessed with fucking
There is a-
koalas, it's because you don't have a son.
It's cat lady.
Yeah.
You don't hear cat guy. You don't
No.
hear a hoarding
Yeah.
cat guy.
Yeah, that's sad too. I mean,
Yeah.
cat people are fucking nuts.
It's sad,
There
dude.
there is studies show that with like the women's where ethics is on their priorities in life. Like,
Yeah.
falls out as soon as they start having kids.
Yeah.
No, it's like huge. Like college graduates, they want to work for a company that's ethical, and then as soon as they become parents, they go, "Fuck that! I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm working for Raytheon." Or
Yeah.
Lockheed
Grenades.
Martin.
Right. Sparrow Lynch, Lockheed Martin, and Raytheon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have someone to provide for you, like give up on that. Like if you're like, well, I'll make less money, but I work for the Red Cross, and then you're like, well, my kid should have the most food he can have. And a nice house and a nice
all these girls
neighborhood.
now this is like a popular thing of like these girls I'll see on like TikTok. They just like I don't want to have kids. I want to like travel the world.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm not gonna let kids ruin my life. It's like you're just gonna be like a 42-year-old lady obsessed with her dog.
Yeah.
Like that love is gonna go somewhere, and you're just gonna be a creepy cat.
Like it transferred into plants or animals.
Yeah, you're gonna get a weird. You're not gonna be
Yeah.
like in Santorini, like watching the sunset.
And even if
when
you
you're
are,
a
you-
50-year-old single woman, you're gonna be obsessed with a cat or a fucking
Yeah,
dog.
are you gonna do it by yourself? Like, what's your?
Yeah, you're gonna get a weird hobby or an animal.
Maybe your friends can go. The other spinsters that don't exist, and it's just like your friends will have families too. They're like, we're not going to wherever the fuck Toulouse on a fucking Wednesday.
I think
dude.
they say that until they're right at that like last couple of years.
That biological
actually
clock
happen,
thing.
where it's actually going to happen. Then they panic and then they buy like sperm.
Yeah.
That's what's happened in China. All these women,
they're buying sperm.
They're buying gallons, gallons,
Buckets.
I mean, so much sperm.
Silos
It's wild.
of cum. Yeah.
Just huge tankers. So apparently, again, I don't know if this is true, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, these Chinese women love cum. They're career women, and then they're hitting their, like late 30s, and they're going, I actually do want a kid. And they have no husbands.
Why?
So then,
Yeah. Dude, the East Asians are terrible with pussy.
yeah.
Like Japanese people have no sex. So I'm hearing just
Do
now
they
from
not?
you. No.
Yeah, they got to import that cum from India.
Yeah.
Indian dudes are
No.
Indian dudes
Please,
can provide
please.
I promise you, there's never been a woman in the world
Yeah.
who's buying cum for her new, like to make a son, and she goes, you know what I'd like? A fucking Indian. That's a sale right there. and New Delhi.
That's the clearance rack of cum.
What a weak person. No, what they're buying is North Europe.
Choosing white sperm donors to have.
I would think like
they're choosing Scandinavian, like Denmark, because Denmark is like tall. That's what they want. It's kind of Hitler-esque. This is what I heard anyway. That they're buying Denmark. Like has like the biggest export.
I would go like Greek. I would like some Greek cum.
Too hairy. Too hairy.
I don't care if my son's hairy. I want him to have a nice head of hair, suave.
I don't think. Do they have hair?
Yeah, they have nice curly hair.
Yeah.
Do they?
They do have
I
nice
actually
hair.
like Asian hair. I think I'd keep Asian hair.
Nice fine.
I like that black. Yeah, just silky.
It's too straight. It's too straight for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I like
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Ireland's got
Where?
Ireland would have to be low on the list to come.
It can't be high. Well, there's too many alcoholics, I believe.
Yeah, but dude,
alcoholics.
They can't.
Small dicks.
I think if you come from a family where you have alcoholism running, they won't.
No, they won't do it.
They need it. It's kind of wild. That no one wants to buy my cum anyway.
Yeah,
unless it's like super fertile. But I think there's got to be a guy called Hans in Denmark
who's
who's
like
6'6".
Yeah. My family don't drink. We just eat berries. We run around the forest and then like.
I was raised on giraffe.
Yeah.
We my girl's older. We froze shit. I had to come in. This is
You froze your cum?
we froze an embryo.
Oh.
So they retrieved her eggs, which was like the longest process. She had to put all this she had to like give herself shots in the living room and shit for like weeks, and then there was like a whole operation. They put her to sleep and they like retrieved the eggs, and it was like a month-long process. Literally the last day when they retrieved her eggs, one of the nurses just comes and goes, "All right, it's your turn." And I was like, "Okay." And she just brings me to this room. It was just a dark walls, and it literally had a bottle of lube and a stack of like anal magazines. And it was she just handed me a cup, and I didn't even have to bring out the cup. They just had a little like box in the wall, and you just flip open the door, put your cum in, close the cum door, and leave.
It's like a tube at the bank.
Yeah,
dude, she had to take hormones. She had to get shots, hormones.
Yeah.
She had to be put under the, she had to, get anesthesia. And they were just like, all right, we're going to bring you to the jack off room. Took like 30 seconds.
Is there a weird energy in that room?
I can't.
The jerk off room?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Or does it feel regular? Does it feel like
sticky floors or?
Yeah, the ghosts of a million wanks are just
I started being like, there's got to have been some sick dudes in here thinking of some weird shit. Like, what do I want because it's going to be the
conception of your child.
Like, when you have a kid, maybe if you're planning, you're like, whatever. But, like, for sure, this one will be made into an embryo that could be my kid. Yeah. So this cum is getting used to be a kid.
So you're thinking of, like really honest stuff, like good morally.
I was trying to be. I was like, I'm just gonna jerk off to like
your girlfriend.
Yes,
and you're
I was trying to keep it like in the fairway because I was like, I don't
want
to be
that little stepmom thing creeps in, and you have a little weird kid. You'll have a little extra Italian kid,
dude. There's these magazines
looking at his own mother. Like, hello.
It was like butt fuck dolls 9, and it was like this like graphic magazine.
That's
I was like,
a good one.
I'm not jerking my kid out to this. Yeah. I'm not doing that.
I know. Yeah, he's just a Guido idiot. Yeah, of course.
Did you jerk off to porn?
What are you jerking off to?
No. I just
James your imagination.
Joyce.
You ever read James Joyce's letters?
The farts and stuff.
Yeah,
he's the man, dude.
He's fucking awesome.
What are you talking about?
James Joyce used to write
these horny letters
to someone he loved, and it was always like, the farts from your ass are my favorite. Yeah, he's a big fart guy. He loves
I love farts.
He goes, I love pushing the fart air out of your pussy.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
He loves farts specifically.
He's a fart guy, dude.
Dude, there's got to be someone. Someone was fart wanking.
This is the early
You get an arse full of farts at night, darling, and I fuck them out of your big fat fellows, long windy
ones, quick married cracks, and a lot of tiny little nutty farties, ending in a long gush from your hole. This is insane.
He's a poet.
Yeah.
There's no end of her farts
in my face. I hope Nora will let off no end of her farts in my face so that I may know their smell also.
It's incredible that this is one of the highest respected.
He's a genius
author of all time.
He wrote Ulysses. This guy.
Yeah,
he's a genius.
You ever read it?
No, it's too hard.
Yeah, it's wild.
You can't read it.
I would need like a dumbed down version.
No, you can't. You can read Not Fitting His Wake. That one's tough too, I think. There's another one. It's about a street
I don't know.
Fucking know.
I don't know.
Was he like extremely verbose?
No,
flowery?
no, it's worse than that. It's no, I don't even know which.
Is it where like he writes in his own way and it's like
it's
kind of gibberish?
It's.
A
I
little
mean,
bit,
if you
yeah.
read an excerpt from Ulysses, it's like all it's very avant-garde, strangely written. It's from, I believe, like a changing perspective, and like it's really, I don't know enough about it.
As far as I know, it's based on one day.
Yeah.
Bloomsday.
Yeah.
And it's based around this one character who starts out in like the suburbs in Hoth, and then he moves his way to the city, and he's just like constantly meeting different people at different bars and things like that. And it's like,
what's it called? Where you like just directly write it down? Stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
So,
but it's difficult for
it's
a
very
long
difficult.
book.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need like a modern dumbed down.
Yeah.
Can I get this in reels?
You got a TikTok version
Of Ulysses, dude. I think there's like companion books to like reference as you like. It's like a fucking assignment.
It's wild.
I'm reading
the mental energy to even do that. It's wild.
Yeah, dude. I'm reading Blood Meridian, which is like a hard book, but it's not that hard compared to this. And like, I'm feeling like a fucking moron. I feel so stupid.
Why does it make you feel stupid?
Because I have to look up words like every other page, and just like I have no idea.
When I run into that, I put it on the author. I'm like, who's this? How niche are you gonna make this?
It's very Italian of you.
I'm like, that
Yeah.
What, you fucking writing words I don't fucking know?
yeah.
Fuck you. How about that?
Yeah. I'm like, this is nobody talks like this, but you wrote it like this.
Yes.
You didn't speak like this.
Yeah,
Of
so you're
course.
showing off.
when
Yeah.
when all the characters have silly names, that fucks me too. Because
Yeah.
it's like, no, I need a John, I need a Dave,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Murray.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. I can't be having like fucking Othello and his boys.
That's what I was trying to.
Get out of here, Shakespeare! You idiot. No one's called Othello.
Yeah. Fucking black piece of shit.
Whoa! don't
Being
spoil it.
Yeah, Othello's black. That's the big twist.
That's so funny. Yeah, the women have to go through so much like hardship. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
just
you're
shows
just
them,
jacking
Come in
off.
the bucket.
Yeah,
Just come in the bucket, you
Yeah,
pig.
it was literally what it was like.
Throws anal magazines at your face.
Is
Go.
there
Yeah.
gay porn in there?
Oh no! I mean,
so funny if you.
That would be funny.
that would have been
Be
hilarious.
like, excuse me.
yeah, I complained.
I would like my son to come out gay, so I'm gonna jerk off to gay porn. Because I think he'll have a, you know, they usually tend to have a higher happiness index.
Higher earning capability.
Every gay kid that was ever born, his dad was having gay thoughts.
What if that's
that
what
could
happened?
be it.
It was
That could
a
be
gay
it.
nut.
Here's the thing, and again, this could also be made up. Apparently, this is true that if a guy has sex with a girl,
Nice.
and then he comes. So I don't know how much cum it is. What would that be? Milligrams? Like
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Milliliters?
Milliliters.
milliliters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just say it's a
Say
10
tablespoon.
milliliters.
Let's just say it's a tablespoon of jizz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he fucks that girl again. He will come a half tablespoon of jizz.
Yeah.
Right? But had he fucked a different girl
I've heard
the
this.
second time,
Yeah.
he comes 3/4 of a tablespoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something within the man's body that
Yeah.
knows
Right.
this is a new girl.
Yeah.
So- and they save cum. They go, this
backup
bitch just
cum.
got a tablespoon.
Well,
We're
there's,
going to give her a tablespoon and a half. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Now it's a new girl. You go, well, I'll give her everything we have.
Yeah.
3/4.
I've heard
Empty-
the same
empty the
thing
tank.
about
Yeah.
latency period, where if you're fucking one woman,
Yeah.
then you wait
Yeah.
to fuck her again. It takes you like an hour or something, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever, to get like back in the mood sexually. For a different woman, you have that time,
You just go straight away.
or you can just go straight away, or something like that. Like it's like you can
I get that.
you can come and then just shift over and then get hard again and come again.
I used to have a thing where I would perform better with a new woman than the same. Like it would like sexually.
You really just
like
phoning it in
I
later.
would kind of like bring my. I feel like I don't have that much control over what I'm doing in there. Like I kind of just got to take what my body's given. But my body
You're
would
just
give,
jazzing?
yeah. But my body would give me more of an A game with the new
Freeform.
chick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm not. What am I, fucking a porn star or
free
Sting?
flow? Yeah.
Like I don't have that much
think
control. I'm doing my best, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like if it was like a new chick, I would be for something. My body would bring its A game.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
like
get
when I was
that,
with
too.
like an ex girlfriend,
Right.
especially when I was
First
sick of her,
impressions.
it was like I would like come immediately because I think my body was like, "This is not. You're not really loving this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that too. It's like, you know, first time hooking up with my chick, it's like, you know, it's like a one night stand. You know, you just meet each other. There's something like
you
crazy.
gotta ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah.
sexy, because you don't know this person, you don't respect them.
Yeah,
like,
that's
so,
hot.
Yeah, you're fucking roughing them up, slapping them, things like that.
Yeah.
And then now, once you fall in love with them, you're like, no, I'm not fucking you like that again. It's like, why not? Because I like you, I respect you. That's why some one night stands.
I can't
Is that who you are?
Yeah.
You can't spit
Do you
in your
have that?
mouth.
Do you
Your
have
mother
that? You
might-
can't you can't go too wild if you start loving a girl. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I've so many of my friends say that.
Yeah,
I have no problem.
I have no problem.
I have no
Starts to
problem.
dwindle down for sure.
Yeah, I love Luke. He roughs me up. He smacks me around, calls me gay,
Yeah.
spits my ass, kicks me in the balls, and I love it.
Yeah.
That's just when you don't edit the podcast, right? Lay down
You're
the
a bad
law.
boy.
I don't have a problem with that. I can kind of.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't feel like I'm disrespecting. I feel like because also like if you start at that and then she ends up being your girl, she want if you take that off the table.
They all want that, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dilemma. It's also like, hey, what do you want from me?
Yeah, I'm not gonna call you a fucking
gonna
dumb
elbow
bitch.
you in the
Doing WWE moves on her from the top ropes, dude. She wants you to just fucking elbow her in the stomach.
That'd be a good excuse for domestic violence. You slap your wife. You're like, you said you wanted it.
You said
I
you
wasn't
wanted
doing
it.
it enough.
You just fucking surprise them.
That's your in court. You're like,
Yeah.
That's a guy representing himself in court.
I've
That's
been
what that is.
sexy.
I couldn't bring. She wanted it that night, and I couldn't bring myself to do it until 3 weeks later. You're like, when she fucked up.
I was
the casserole.
working, yeah, and then I felt an inspiration.
Some guy.
And I felt really horny.
Some guy representing himself. He's like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, and straight away they're like, there is no jury. What are you doing? Oh, sorry.
He's looking at the empty courtroom.
Please, can we pull up 50 Shades of Grey? No, there's no evidence. What are you?
Bitches want this.
The other thing with the sperm, the frozen embryo thing.
Yeah.
There was an upcharge to make sure it didn't have the baby doesn't have Down syndrome.
That
So you
seems like
pay
that
a
should-
base
that
level,
should be included.
and then there's it's not included. There's an upcharge. So you have to pay like an extra, grand to do this special testing. And I was like, what is the testing? And they were like, yeah, it's to make sure they don't have Down syndrome. I'm like, like really, not having a retarded kid is a classist system.
Yeah.
in this
Of
thing.
course it is.
Like you
That's-
have to be rich enough to make sure your kid doesn't have Downs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And
yeah.
immediately
Oh, wait.
I was like, I'm doing it.
So, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But it was an upcharge. It wasn't included in the main package.
Dude,
Some people get, like, because they, what do they call it when you're fucking with genetics like that? They call it
Eugenics.
Eugenics,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do think, obviously, if you're in a situation to try and make your kid the healthiest they
Yeah.
can be and have their life,
Right.
then people say you're fucking up with, like, the thing. I don't know.
What, like the
playing God.
I just think I just think I would rather.
I'd
have
rather
a
not have
son
a
that
child with Down
lives to
syndrome.
old age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I-
fucking, it'd be so
I
fun.
was like, if we
Have-
can avoid Down syndrome, I'm paying.
Dude, if your
Yeah,
kid,
I'm not gonna penny pinch
Yeah.
here with the Down syndrome.
dude, your
test.
kid comes out with Down syndrome still after the test.
Yeah, I would
Like,
get my
I
money
deserve a refund.
back. Yeah, that would
I'm getting my money back for this fucking Mongolo child here.
They give you credit for sure.
Look, sorry, next kid's on us.
all
But
right.
is it just a test to let you go? Hey, just so you know, you got a Down syndrome kid, or is it like it's like avoidable? Like
No,
it's probably
it's
early
to let
enough
you
to
know.
abort
it's
it.
just to let you know that.
Well,
it's-
it's an
you don't-
embryo.
you don't abort
Can they
it.
tell
You do
in
abort
the
it.
embryo?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They know they could do chromosomal testing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But so yeah, they can't get rid of the Down syndrome, but they can
They
tell
can
you
just
if
cure it
if
the whole
the
time.
embryo has it,
and then you can do.
and then you go, we're gonna use a different embryo.
You can keep that in
I
a
wouldn't
jar
tell
at home.
anyone I've ever done that. I don't think that's a good look to let people know that you aborted your Down syndrome child.
Well, we did. It doesn't have.
It wouldn't even be aborted.
No,
It
no,
would-
no.
Yeah, it would just be like,
So
okay,
I didn't do anything.
we won't go with that set of genetics. We'll roll these dice again.
Oh, is that the way it works?
It's
Yeah.
embryos.
I would just keep that to yourself. I just don't think it still looks good.
You know what I would do?
That's what I would do, but I'm not telling anyone that
Yeah.
I ever actually.
If I
If I leave
knew
a little bit of
someone-
an air of mystique that like I would be nice enough to raise a Down syndrome child.
Yeah,
Just seems exhausting. I would also choose not to have a trans child.
just
That seems like honestly, just like from a.
the trouble.
It just seems like
It's
it
a
would
lot.
be a lot for all of us to go through.
Yeah, I knew a
That's
guy-
what
it
my
just- you know
mother
what I'm
said
saying? I'm
about
not against
me.
it.
My mom was. She goes. I was like, oh, it'd be tough if you were gay.
Gay, I think, is maybe for their generation.
Gays, yeah. Now it's the trans.
But like
thing.
trans seems like a real exhausting.
Yeah,
you're gonna say the wrong thing. You don't want to. It's obviously difficult to be a big fucking ugly woman walk around the place. So like you don't want your kid going, hey, like it's like fucked. You know, you want the best life.
I knew a dude in Boston who has his kids like teenage years, and she wants to transition into a man, and he's like been bickering with his kid for like a year because he's like, I'm not letting you get hormone blockers or surgery.
Wow.
And he was like he stops at I'll call you your new name, but I'm not gonna give you the surgery or the blockers. And she was like, come. It's like she wanted to like go.
So
she wanted to like go out with a guy.
Born
a woman wants to be a man.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so you're not cutting anything off. You'd more be
You're adding on.
Yeah,
Much less, isn't it? It's much less men turning into women, right? Oh no, sorry, the other way.
It's the other way around. Most trans people are male to female.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, most are.
That's wild.
Most
Imagine
people,
wanting
there's
to be
more
a
gay
woman.
dudes than gay women.
Imagine wanting to dominate fucking whatever chosen sport you fucking get into.
That's a good point.
That's solid. I think honestly, if you're an athlete and you've got that winner's mentality, you should be genuinely considering. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to win?
Yeah.
And if you don't want it enough to transition into another gender, so then you win, I don't think you've got the mentality.
You're not a champion.
You got a brittle spirit.
I don't think you're a champion.
You don't have the heart of a champion.
Yeah, you don't have the heart of the champion.
And I would respect someone who came out and was like, I did this for gold.
Yeah.
Gender doesn't mean anything to me. The only thing I know is this gold around my neck.
Yeah, gender is a social construct,
No.
but this medal is real.
Yes.
I love that
exactly.
blue ribbon more than my own cock.
Absolutely.
That's the mindset.
You don't even have to get rid of your cock. Most of them don't get rid of their cocks, I'm pretty sure.
No one gets rid of that cock. That's crazy.
A lot of them do.
No, not once.
You don't think they've ever done
Never once. I think that's a myth.
0 times.
You want to pull some clips?
Yeah, let's pull up some clips.
Oh, that's a great one. This guy's
This
great.
guy's great. Yeah.
Speaking of cocks. Dude, let's play. I kind of want to play the Dominican.
All right, yeah, play this kid.
I love this Dominican.
This is
guy.
Dominican Hezbollah.
Okay. He has the same the disease or whatever
I think
it is?
so, yeah, but he's Dominican.
Jury's out, but we think so.
Hi everybody. Hi, how you doing? This night, I want put everybody claro because everybody is confundido with me. My nigga, I'm not a baby. I am a man, nigga. I'm fucking down, nigga. I am not baby. I'm 22 years old. My name is Jonathan, 22 years old. I am my from Santo Domingo, my from. And then don't talk to me. You look like baby. No, my nigga. I am not fucking baby. I am a man, my nigga.
Why you
know
talk
the
like a
most
baby?
nigga- Look at my damn, my nigga. I am not baby, bro. I'm 22 years old, nigga. De la gente. My nigga, yo tengo 22, bro. You estúpido, you tienes cucaracha en tu cabeza. I am a man.
Yeah.
I respect
What do
it.
you think? I think he might be a kid. Dude, you go like Washington Heights, the kids act like that.
Yeah, of course.
The
Yeah,
little
New York-
No,
Dominicans-
you're being muy estupido right now.
No,
That's a man.
I think he's Kaiser Soze. I think he's an actual 7-year-old child.
Dude, he's fucking dude, that's so awesome. He's
Dude, if
Dominican.
you'll be on the train, little kids act like that.
Yeah, of
Can you
course.
imagine getting catcalled by this guy?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, baby?
Hey, mommy. Hey, baby. Hey, mommy.
Hey, you looking mad?
Yo, mama, see the what? I got what you want.
I got what you want, this little baby dick?
Yo, mama, you want some Capri Sun?
Mommy, I can eat that pussy from here.
I'll suck you like a juice box,
I'll
bitch.
suck it standing up.
I lick your lollipop, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
He's pretty cool, yeah.
I think he has the same
what age do you
complex
think
as
he is?
Hezbollah. I mean, I can't imagine.
He sounds like a child.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know
it has that same thing
that-
where
is
it's
that-
like some hormone issue.
Yes, but it's also he doesn't pronounce his words correctly like an adult. Now that could
Well,
be just because
that-
he's Dominican. He
what I
genuinely,
was gonna
if he's been around for 22 years, he should be speaking clearer than that.
Well, he
That's
speaks
not-
pretty good English for a Dominican guy.
Yeah,
He
said
speaks
Bronx.
better than
I'm
most
from-
Dominicans.
He
I'm from-
speaks better English than Cardi B. Yeah, Washington Heights. Or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's Cardi Baby right there.
Oh,
I love
I
him.
like that.
He's so cute.
Cardi B.
he's
Cardi
adorable.
baby, dude.
Ian, what else we got?
What else we got?
Because the voice box must be childlike.
Well,
right?
there's everything's smaller. It's
It's
what's
Andy
the word?
Milonakis disease.
Yes, similar.
Andy
to
Milonakis has it.
Dude, these fries are so
that?
good right now.
He used to be. He had a really funny TV show back in the day.
You don't
like
remember
his-
Andy Milonakis?
What you talking about, Willis? Is that the guy?
Yeah, that's Andy Milonakis.
That's Andy
Yeah.
Milonakis right there.
He's
Is it
like
really? He's this kid.
This guy.
Oh.
Well, he's 57 years old.
Yeah, he's like a.
He has a
He's getting, like,
hormonal
legitimately old now.
imbalance.
Was
Yeah.
he was in the Munchies or whatever. What was it?
No, he was
No,
just
no. He had a show called the Andy Milonakis
No,
Show.
he
It's
still
hilarious.
has the thing with his hormones being like different, where he just doesn't age the same.
He was really funny.
He's on Steve.
He would run around the Lower East Side where he lived and like prank people, but
Yeah.
they thought it was a 12-year-old boy, so they would kind of leave him alone. But
Dude,
he was
he's
like a
so
32-year-old
great. There's ones
man.
where he would he covered himself in peanut butter and
That
strapped
one's
himself,
amazing.
strapped himself to a chair and then ordered Chinese food.
And then he had the delivery guy like bring it in, and
Yeah,
like
dude,
and he's
so
like,
good.
he's like tied up, like he's into like BDSM stuff, and then he asked the Chinese delivery guy like, "Could you put a little peanut butter on my chin?" And the guy like grabs his food and puts the peanut butter on.
Greatest, dude. I love that.
It's amazing.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of horny guys, what do you want to do? Horny
Let's
guys?
say
Let's do the horny
Let's
guy.
do the other one. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Robert, and well, there's great news for you ladies. Me and Bobby just decided to be friends. She couldn't handle this big D, if you know what I mean.
How could we not?
Back on the singles list, looking for that right woman out there. So if you want to know more about me, I got a hell of a page you can check out and follow. I've got a great sense of humor. I'm 5'8", 43 years old, single, and back on the market, ladies.
Let's go.
So smash that like and follow button.
Hell yeah.
How do you feel about this guy?
So much confidence.
Yeah, he is really confident.
He bragged about being 5'8".
Yeah.
5 foot. Yeah, he's got a lot going for him.
That's the real short king.
Recently got broken up with. It's like, so there was a girl just left me recently. Totally broke my heart.
This is what's like disturbing about social media. Is like that's somebody's dad. Like your dad could get single and go through his midlife crisis, and it happens on TikTok.
Oh my god, that would suck.
What was this for? Like a website? Or this
Is just a TikTok profile.
This is on his own TikTok profile.
This is on his own TikTok profile. It's called Date Robert. Please subscribe. He's making
He's
fun
got a
of Biden.
GoFundMe.
He
What's
has
his
a
GoFundMe?
for the first date.
Looking for help buying my
The
first
first home?
$25 out of $90.
This can't be anyway. None of this is real.
This is
Oh
real.
my god,
Dave
that's
Roberts
awesome.
a real guy, dude.
He's a real guy.
I
or is he a
believe in
character.
him. Let's check out more of his thing.
We should start a Patreon and just fund.
I live in this house with my twin boys. I'm a single father. I'd love to make this house a home. Oh, that's kind of sweet.
I mean, he's spending all his
Let's
time
see.
doing this. No wonder he can't afford it.
I mean, he looks real. I mean, he's got that shitty tattoo and the sig and the. I don't know. I believe him, dude.
Yeah,
He loves Trump.
The
Of
fact
course
that
he
he opened
does.
about his big dick too.
I don't think a guy this
I bet he
old.
does. Let's
is-
see this Date Robert sign on the third one to the right.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is all about.
Hello, ladies. And anyways, my name's Robert, and this used to be my building.
Oh my god. Well, I can't put this in. It has his
Anyways,
phone number on it.
He's putting it out in public.
I'm not putting this out.
Wisconsin's number one.
I can crop it, but
Wisconsin's
Jesus.
number one eligible bachelor. The funny thing is, he's not lying. Yeah. He is the most.
That's the
eligible
hottest guy in
bachelor.
Wisconsin ever since Jeff Phasmas left. That's the hottest guy in Wisconsin.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
All right, we got one more
We got one more. You want to do, dude, this guy's
Yeah.
awesome. I wish I could see what he looked like.
right there.
The reason why I like checkers or rallies in some part of the country is because it goes really, really good with my alcohol after I have sex.
I think that's that guy.
There's the guy.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
well,
it.
it's an old black guy.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Who do you think's more dateable, him or
Yeah,
Robert?
yeah. Who do you think's more
No,
fuckable?
that's the guy right there. You
Yeah,
wanna go
dude.
with Robert
Mr. Papa?
Mr. Papa.
What's that other video there? Is that some girl with a big fat ass?
Yeah, he's gonna throw that on.
He's just sharing this.
Let's see what he says.
She
think he's just reposting it going,
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah, of course. Get in.
Yeah.
There's no comment from him.
I'll be all up in that after some checkers. I'll be hitting some Hanny. Go get some
Nothing.
He
checkers.
just straight up reposted.
He just reposted.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a woman in a wheelchair. Let's see this.
I like checkers. Has blue cheese.
I will snatch your ass out the chair.
Got some real good. I wish you had time to come and get this.
Him singing now.
I think
Yeah, I
he's
think
singing.
it's him singing.
Dude,
Got
he's
some real good. I wish you had time to come and get this.
Snatch your ass
I'll
out that
snatch your
chair.
ass off that chair.
I mean, she's not she's a beautiful woman.
Dude, he's got more actual confidence than Robert. This guy
Oh,
really,
yeah, dude.
Robert
This guy's
was-
the real deal.
Robert was a fraud.
Robert's a fraud.
He opens
Robert's
with like,
a fake.
"Hey, I just got out of a relationship. She couldn't handle the big piece,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean." And then he goes, 42. He tried to put his hand like on his hip, but it didn't feel right, so he kind of dropped it.
Yeah,
You know, he
dude,
didn't know what
bad
to
body
do.
language.
Yeah, he was holding a belt like he was a fucking.
No, nobody with that much
Yes,
swagger
that's awesome.
starts a GoFundMe for themselves when they're not sick.
No, Mr.
Just be like,
Papa's
"I
never
need
starting a
help."
GoFundMe, dude. Not a fucking
$25.
chance in hell.
What if you
Of
just,
90 grand?
What if every week you just created a new GoFundMe and got $25 every single week?
It's not a bad idea.
No,
It's a
that
good
would
scam.
work.
Yeah, so what's that over a year?
25 bucks a week?
a grand, like $1,200.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's easy money, dude.
Difference between having a Down syndrome kid and not.
yeah.
Right there.
It's the kind of stuff you can do.
All right, we'll get you out of here.
Yeah.
We'll send you the fuck out.
Yo, thanks.
Nah.
Appreciate
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for
dude.
having me. The place looks great.
Thanks,
Thanks,
buddy.
man.
Appreciate
Glad
it.
you
Listen
got
to
it.
Colum's podcast, Colum Tyrrell podcast. You got any dates you want to plug or anything?
Yeah, I'm all over, especially towards the second half of the year. Just head off to columtyrrell.com, but I got dates north, south, east, west, nothing in the center.
Nice.
Nothing in the middle.
In the
There
borders.
we go. All right, man. And as always, thank you guys for joining us. Subscribe, like,
Thanks, dude.
share it with your friends. That's a big one. Share it with friends. Share it with the ladies. You know, get a couple more girls in the comment section. Share it with whoever.
Text your mom about us.
Yeah. Thank you for all the support. We love you. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, weaklings.